3 steps to get better at handling objections. In my first 2 weeks in sales, my manager told me to write down every objection that I got from prospects that blocked me from getting meetings. It did not take too long to see that I was getting the same 5 objections about 90 to 95% of the time. I was working for Dale Carnegie at the time, and we were calling on corporations to put their executives through our public speaking classes. And the bulk of the time I heard, "I'm too busy, I'm not interested, the program costs too much, the night of the week you're offering the class doesn't work for me, and the location is too far of a drive." So we had just hosted the Olympics in Los Angeles in 1984, and my sales manager asked me if I knew the name of our gold medal hurdler. I said, "Of course I do. It's Edwin Moses." He said, "When Edwin Moses runs the hurdles, does he know the hurdles are there?" I said, "Yes, he does." He said, "That's right. He knows the hurdles are there, but he prepares, practices, and trains to run the hurdles better than anyone in the world. He is the best." He said, "You told me after 2 weeks of making calls, you got the same 5 objections about 90 to 95% of the time. Is that right?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Just like Edwin Moses prepares, practices, and trains to run the hurdles, you need to prepare, practice, and train to handle those 5 objections because you know they're coming, just like Edwin knows, Moses knows the race have hurdles, and shame on you if you're not prepared. So let's get you ready." So here's the 3-step process we took. Step 1 is we scripted out our responses. We took out some 3x5 cards and wrote the 5 common objections I was getting 90 to 95% of the time on the top of the cards and the responses underneath them. We wrote multiple responses on the same 3x5 card, so if one response didn't work, I could fall back on another response for the same objection. Step 2, we practiced our responses. When we were driving from meeting to meeting, my sales manager would give me objections. My goal was to practice my responses until they became second nature. By internalizing my responses through repetitive practice, I would be able to handle these objections without even thinking about it. Step 3, I put the responses in front of me when I was making calls. Before a call blitz, I would take those 3x5 cards like a regular deck of cards and would shuffle through them one at a time and practice my responses so they were top of mind. I would then tack them to the wall in my cubicle so I could see them while I was making calls. My confidence soared. I couldn't wait to prospect because I was ready. There were times when I would read a response verbatim right off the 3x5 card on the wall of my cubicle and I'd get a meeting. Yes is married to no. You can't have one without the other. I realized that the more prepared I was for the word no, the more confident I was in asking for the word yes. So let's talk about you. You probably get the same put-offs, stalls, and objections consistently. You know they're coming, just like Edwin Moses knew the hurdles were there, and shame on you if you're not prepared. So here are your 3 steps to getting better at handling objections. Number 1, write out your responses to your most common objections. Number 2, practice your responses with your sales manager. And number 3, put your responses in front of you as you make your calls. If you follow this 3-step process, you'll be more prepared for the word no, and you'll be more confident in asking for the word yes. The time is now. Start today.